Alright, for this video, I'm going to build a tank stand. This particular stand is going to be used for holding some seahorse fry tanks, but the same design is what I've used for all of my big tanks, both of my 185s and my 220 gallon. So here's what it looks like. So more than anything you have, so I'm going to be building it out of all 2x4s, and you try to distribute the weight by having a set of 2x4s form a frame at the bottom and a frame at the top, and suspend that weight with vertical 2x4s. And I do two vertical ones in each corner standing on top of the 2x4s, and then one kind of to hold it all together that goes from the ground to the top of the tank on each of the four corners, and then one 2x4 in the front and the back. So that is what I will be building. I've already cut all the wood, so I'm going to start off by just building the base, and then we'll build up from there. Okay, now that I got the bottom frame done, just to make my life easier, I take the two 2x4s that are going to act as my corners and go ahead and drill them together, and then I'll place them in their proper locations. So because of the length is where the long ways of the tank, where most of the weight is, I try to have the most support on that area. So I'll do it so it sticks out the most on both of the ends and on the back, so that it has the most support. So I'm going to go ahead and drill all four of those together in the corners. Okay, before I go on too far, I should probably talk about dimensions and how many cuts I made of everything. So the dimensions of this tank are just shy of 4 feet. That's actually 46 inches. And it's going to be 31 inches tall and 21 inches deep. The reason I chose those dimensions were mostly because that's where the space will fit, and that's big enough to hold my fry rearing station. So the amount of wood I needed was 4 46-inch long pieces, 5 18-inch long pieces. These are going to interior of the top and bottom frame. The top frame is going to have one center brace, hence why I need 5. 2 for the bottom, 3 for the top. And then I needed the corner pieces. And for those, I did 10 of the height length that goes from the 2x4 to the 2x4. And then 6 of the longer length that goes from the ground to the top. For screws, I am using 3-inch deck screws, exterior deck screws, because they are pretty good size, can handle a lot of weight, and they're not going to rust. and they're not that expensive. So all this wood was actually just some scrap wood from a previous stand of a tank that I upgraded from. So that's why you'll see some of it's painted, some of it's not. So back to the drilling together. Alright, now that all 4 of those are done, I will go ahead and lay this down. Move the wood out of the way. And I can start screwing these in one by one. So the way I do this is I'll set them on there, grab one of my tall ones and do it in the opposite direction. And I'll screw it into the bottom and screw it into here to hold it in place. So I'll start by screwing it in to the base. And I'm going to go deep-wise. Okay, now that's there. Go ahead and straighten it out and then screw my corner in. Okay, so that's the first corner. I'll put one more screw down low to secure it. I'll do it from the other side. Well, I'll do it from this side still. Okay, that's the first corner. So I do the same thing for all 4 corners, and then we'll start worrying about the middle. All right, so all 4 corners are done. So now I'm going to do the middle section. So that's just really simple. I'm going to put up one of these, screw it in, and then get one of my medium length ones and screw it into that. And this is kind of a center support, so I try to do it centered, but if it's a little off-centered, it's not a big deal. Or something this small and that won't be holding that much weight. If it's a really large tank, I would do everything. I would measure it and try to get it exactly in the center. And then this is also will be what my doors are built off of when I get around to doing that. Okay, so we're now on to the last section. Since I built it this way, I just like to build the top portion right onto it. So, and this is how I just get everything lined up. And I'll just drill it in, do the back, do the sides, and then I'll do the front, and then I'll go in and put the crossbeam. So let's go ahead and quickly do that. Alright, so I finished it. It's actually 37 inches tall. My original design was 31, that's why I got confused. But I wanted to make it a little bit taller just so my children don't get into it. And I will be putting the top on here, but in the meantime, I'm going to put my buckets on. And just to get a feel for the height, and that's a good height for me to be able to see the seahorse fry and not have my children bother them. So I'm going to be putting 2 of these blue buckets on here. Once when I get the top cut to size, and I will drill the holes in it. Well, and that's it. This stand will hold probably about 1,000 pounds just in this design. If I wanted to make it able to hold more weight, I'd either make these top and bottom 2x6s, or also I could do more divided sections. Thanks for watching. Alright, so yeah, as I was saying, I should be able to hold more than I need to because these are just 20-gallon buckets. I'm hoping to try to do the build video next week on how to make a seahorse fry rearing station using these blue buckets. If you like what you guys have been seeing, please like and subscribe. I'm going to try to get video out each week as I go through the seahorse rearing process and some other projects that I'm working on.